Alright guys, I am back with my TNA Bound for Glory 2013 predictions. The show is in a few hours, so I figured I'd go ahead and get this video up as quickly as possible. And starting with the countdown to Bound for Glory pre-show. Well, now I know where it comes on at. I don't know why I didn't look at this shit before. I actually asked someone on the Facebook page, where can I watch the pre-show? Well, I guess it's on Spike TV, like an hour before. So I'm going to go ahead and set this DVR to record that. And the pre-show is the Tag Team Gauntlet match. So you have 4 teams here. Sorry about this. You got 4 teams, Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez versus Bad Influence versus Eric Young and Joseph Park versus the Bromans, Jesse and Robbie E. And the winner gets a shot at James Storm and Gunner later on the Bound for Glory pay-per-view. Now, if TNA wants to get the best match possible, Bad Influence needs to win this match. Go on to face Storm and Gunner for the tag titles. And Bad Influence needs to win those tag titles. Storm and Gunner is just not working. Bad Influence could do way more with those belts. Even though they don't really have a lot of teams to feud with, it would still be better than having them on Storm and Gunner. James Storm really needs to go back to being a singles wrestler. ODB versus Brooke and Gil Kim. I'm sure Lady Tapa is going to make an appearance here, but I'm really not sure how that's going to factor into the match, unless she just lays out everyone. So I'm going to say that because Brooke and Gil Kim are still kind of heels, ODB will win the match, and then Lady Tapa will come out and destroy her and possibly the other 2. Kurt Angle versus Bobby Roode. Should be a good match here. Kurt Angle's going to win. It's his big return. Magnus versus Sting. I guess the obvious is Magnus is going to turn heel because they kind of been teasing that on the show lately with Magnus getting pissed off at Sting. And I guess Magnus will turn heel and he'll have to cheat to beat Old Man Sting. Sad, but that's the way I see it going. Manic versus Aries, Sabin, Jeff Hardy, and Samoa Joe for the X Division title. I'm going to say Chris Sabin wins the X Division title here. He just turned heel. I feel like TNA is actually trying to do something with Sabin. And, I mean, Aries doesn't really need the belt at this point, but I think it could help Sabin. So I'm going to go with that. And Bully Ray versus AJ Styles. No DQ match for the TNA title. AJ Styles needs to win this match. However, I could see TNA doing something like having that Ethan Carter guy show up and cost AJ the match. Bully Ray wins, and then AJ eventually beats him after jumping through all these hoops Dixie Carter throws at him. And then he wins the title on Impact. Which is going to piss a lot of people off because the people who buy the pay-per-view want to see AJ Styles win the title here. It makes sense. But because more people watch Impact, I feel like TNA may do something dumb and have AJ win the belt on Impact sometime down the road. But they don't have another pay-per-view until Genesis, so it would have to be on Impact. I don't see them dragging this out for months. But I'm going to give TNA the benefit of the doubt here, and I'm going to say that AJ Styles does defeat Bully Ray. Possibly... like I said before a few weeks ago, I can't remember when I said this, the way I see this happening is it's Bully Ray versus AJ. AJ's starting to win the match. Bully Ray's in trouble, and he calls out the Aces and Eights. And they come out, but they refuse to help him. Thus ending the Aces and Eights storyline. Forever, hopefully. Then the rest of the locker room comes out and everyone's cheering on AJ Styles. He defeats Bully Ray, becomes the TNA champion, and then on Impact they can do... Dixie Carter has to deal with AJ as the champion. She was going to fire him. He doesn't have a contract. But now that he's the champion, she has to give him a contract or some storyline they can pull out of their ass. And it'll be this whole Dixie Carter throwing all these opponents at AJ. That's the way it should go down. That's what I'm hoping happens. But we'll have to see later on tonight. As far as the show goes, this is TNA's biggest show of the year. There's no doubt about that. And this is a very disappointing card. They had so much time to build up this pay-per-view. They only do 4 pay-per-views a year. Those one-night only shows were taped back in like February and April. So there's no excuse. You got the Countdown to Bound for Glory pre-show. It's just a bunch of random guys thrown in a match. Same thing with the Ultimate X match. And the Ultimate X match should be good. I don't expect anything amazing out of it, but it should be a good match. But yeah, it's Magnus versus Sting, Kurt Angle versus Bobby Roode with only 2 weeks building to it. Storm and Gunner versus Bad Influence, absolutely no build there. And yeah, I mean, that's it. That's the card. So this is very disappointing to me. It's just, yeah, it's unacceptable. So those are my predictions for the Bound for Glory pay-per-view. I'm going in with low expectations. However, it should be better than Battleground. There's absolutely no way it's going to be as bad as that freaking show. So those are my predictions. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts and predictions on this show in the comments. And thanks for watching.